What's up, Jeahbaes? It's Vikeejeah, and welcome back to my channel. If you are not yet a Jeahbaes, which means you are new here, welcome you. To join the Jeahbaes fam, go ahead and click that red subscriber button. It will turn from red to gray, and that makes you a Jeahbaes. And Jeahbaes are the best baes in YouTube because they are my baes who tune in whenever I upload to chit chat and all that about luxury beauty. And today, honey, ooh, what we doing? We talking about Clè de Peau. Clè de Peau. She just sound bougie, don't she? Just, you know, Clè de Peau. Girl, what you wearing? Clè de Peau, darling. You know, it just sounds very posh. And I am truly excited because I was all set to make this purchase, right? And then I got hit up by BSP Nation. Hey, boo. And he did a video on this foundation. I checked it out. I was like, okay, I'm sold. I am already sold on this foundation. It looks glorious on him. I can't wait to wear it myself. And he hit me up and he was like, hey, I got a little extra something. You want me to send it to you? I was like, yes. Who the hell says no to Clè de Peau? So I just want to give him a big thank you for that. And then I went ahead and jumped on the website and picked up the two concealers. This one is the Corrector pen. It's called the Corrector Eclát. And I got the shade Nutmeg, and then I picked up the concealer in Toffee. I also picked up the full coverage foundation brush, which I use in this video, and I will happily demo for you in just a little bit. So the formal name for this foundation is the Clè de Peau Radiant Fluid Foundation Matte Broad Spectrum SPF 20 sunscreen, and the shade that I have here is shade 090. Now, the shade system for Clè de Peau goes by O and B, and then there's a little something in between for those of us who have different undertones that are kind of a combination of the two. The O's stands for ochre, and it is for more golden to olive undertones. Full disclosure, you guys, I am not golden olive. I am golden neutral, but that does not mean I am olive. Olive never works for me. And so I did have a little bit of finessing to do with this particular shade because of that. I personally, if I were purchasing it for myself, would have chosen B90, but as you can see, I was able to make it work, and I will explain how I did that while I show you the demo of me applying the foundation. I started off with Sicily's Le Teinture primer. I have a sample, and going on, it's very, very liquidy, and then it starts to get a little tacky. Very similar to the way that Milk Hydro Grip, ends up giving you a little tack to help your foundation grip. And I thought this would be a perfect primer for this foundation. Consistency of the Clè de Peau foundation is very, very watery. I would say it's not quite a serum foundation, but it is, pretty liquidy. It has about medium coverage initially, medium to light medium coverage, and you can build it up to a strong medium. I got that impression based on shade 090. I believe that if I were to purchase shade B90, I'd be able to get medium to full coverage because I wouldn't have to compete with the difference in undertone. Moving right along, I decided to color correct and give myself a little bit of depth for the concealer by going in my regular concealing areas around my under eye and mouth with the Corrector pen in Nutmeg. It gives you a really nice salmony or deep salmon color. And it's not a shade that is so stark that you have to be really careful with it. The consistency is such that it's creamy, but it is very easily blendable, and it melds with your foundation shade so that you don't have to worry about it looking orange. I then went in with the concealer stick in the shade Toffee, and as you can see, this is a pretty bright concealer for me, but as I blend it out, it does beautifully blend into both my foundation shade and the Corrector shade to give me a very believable, realistic highlight. So we have this very olive tone, very kind of off looking foundation. So how do we fix it? Allow me to explain. I utilized my powder from Jeahbaes, the Prism Libre, which has a deeper brown powder and it has a reddish powder in it as well. So I went ahead and added a little bit of the golden powder, but held off by putting my fingers on top of it and then patting only the dark brown and the red, combining them with my fluffy featherweight all over powder brush and powdering the rest of my face outside of the highlight areas, which I powdered with Laura Mercier. So I powdered my entire face, and that gave me just enough of a shift in my undertone to have it match the rest of my face. And then I go in with the rest of my products, contour and bronzer, which then brought everything else together and gave you what I have right now. Going by my thoughts on the consistency of these products and the color matches, I do have some thoughts. Of course, right now, it's very difficult to sample products. And in this case, you know, this was a gift. So of course I very much appreciate it and I'm willing to make it work. It's a $130 foundation, you know, I'm gonna make it work for now. If I were to purchase this foundation myself, I would go with B90 because that's going to have the more kind of pinkish, reddish undertone that I need for the foundation to work with my undertones. I do think 90 is the correct shade for me. There is a 100, which is after this, but I'm concerned about that one being a little too dark. So I would go with B90. The Corrector pen is probably my favorite product outside of the brush, which I thought was really gorgeous. Now, I don't think it's a must-have. I don't think you absolutely need this brush or you're not gonna be able to use this foundation, you know, but it is a really beautiful brush and I'm glad I purchased it. It feels great. It's synthetic hairs, so it doesn't suck up the product too much. I like that it comes with a protective sleeve for travel purposes if you did want to travel with it. It's going to stay with the rest of my brushes, so I won't be using that quite often, but I do like how luxe it is and the fact that it works really beautifully. This is like the new Bay. I'm probably going to be using this the most out of all the products here today because of the correcting capabilities and the tone. The tone is like my favorite part of this. The consistency is nice and creamy, but it's not too thick. So it's going to go with pretty much every foundation that I have. And then when we get into the concealer, here are my thoughts on the concealer. I love it. I love the formulation. I love the packaging. It's really luxe and beautiful and it performs excellent. Like I just went ahead and set it. There's no creasing, no issues at all. And my eyeshadows performed really nicely on top. I think that the color range still needs a little modification. This is Toffee, and then right after Toffee is Nutmeg, which is this shade here, which is a corrector shade. So there's no in between for me to choose from to choose just one. I would have to mix them, which means I'm going to have to spend more money, which is not cute for me. And so, you know, and I'm not into a super bright contrasting highlight, you know, like I like dimension and I like for it to look as realistic as possible. So I would, you know, in order to be able to utilize just this concealer, I would need to purchase two. So I think some in-between shades are needed. And that is my only critique for that particular product. Foundation is lovely. I will say, because it has quite a bit of fragrance in it, that if you are somebody who does not like fragrance, then you will not want to get this foundation. I think the packaging is really luxe and beautiful. You've got the logo there. You've got this really pretty design and the signature navy gold packaging. And the glass bottle. Bottom part is glass. I think that the color range is a nice expansion. I think they're moving in the right direction. Of course, I am hoping to see more. Because if I'm the second to last shade, I kind of feel like that's, you know, that's old school to me. When I first started my makeup journey, I was the second to last shade in a lot of high-end foundations, and they have since worked on that and expanded. So I think that Clè de Peau is a little behind in that regard, and I hope that they do catch up. But for now, I absolutely enjoy it. I'm a fan. I can't wait to purchase the lip glorifier because I did receive some samples with my order, and I'm wearing the coral lip glorifier underneath my lip products today. Everything that I am wearing, I will list in the description box, and I will also link you to where you can purchase Clè de Peau Beautè. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, another quick one for you guys. I just wanted to give you my concise thoughts about it and let you know that I do enjoy it. Again, thank you SP Nation for sending me shade 090. And if you guys are not yet Jeahbaes at this point, click that button, act like you know, because I'm going to see you guys next week for some more great videos. I do my live videos every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and throughout the week I will sprinkle in some more beauty and luxury videos for you. So thanks again for watching, you guys. Don't forget to click that like button. Let me know if you like the video. Also in the comment section, let me know if you're planning on purchasing any of these Clè de Peau products, which ones you're planning to purchase, and I will see you next time. Bye.